Welcome to the Talk Like a Leader podcast, where we explore the mindset, skill set, and habit set of leadership communication. Using these tips, techniques, and tactics, you'll be able to talk like a leader to build better relationships and get more done. Your host is Guy Harris, who has more than 20 years of combined professional and military experience in consulting, coaching, and training in areas like team and interaction dynamics, communication strategies and tactics, as well as emotional intelligence. Take it away, Guy.
Hi, this is Guy Harris. Welcome to the Talk Like a Leader podcast. And in this week's episode, the week before Thanksgiving weekend here in the United States, I'd like to talk about gratitude and how gratitude can help you to talk like a leader. Now, there are some studies that indicate that gratitude has great personal benefits, things like boosting your personal happiness, increasing or supporting your physical and psychological health. Thinking consciously about gratitude or being grateful or thankful for things allows you to express positive emotions more freely and more openly. You feel more alive and awake. Maybe it's because people who express gratitude tend to sleep better. It's easier to express compassion and kindness towards other people. And even from a physical standpoint, there's some research that indicates people who express gratitude on a consistent basis even have stronger immune systems. So expressing gratitude, feeling gratitude, being grateful is good for you personally, physically, and psychologically. Turns out that current gratitude heightens your ability to feel gratitude in the future so you can continue to have these positive personal benefits. And then the piece I like to think about today is how gratitude affects your ability to talk like a leader. It goes to, I think, more the mindset piece of leadership communication than the skill set or habit set piece. Although I think you might argue that consistently thinking in a grateful way or feeling grateful about the positive things in your life could arguably be called a habit. The idea here, though, from a Talk Like a Leader perspective, the topic of this podcast is that people who feel and express gratitude in a consistent fashion tend to use less negative words and tend to feel or express negative emotions less frequently, meaning that when we are in a grateful state of mind, it makes it easier for us to stay positive with other people. And if you listen to very many episodes of this podcast, you'll find that my bias is towards finding ways to stay positive, open, and optimistic with people. Now, I don't mean that in a Pollyanna, there's nothing wrong with the world standpoint, or fear of confronting negative issues standpoint. I don't mean any of that. What I do mean is the mindset or the focus of looking for and embracing the positive things or the things that we can encourage and support in other people in preference to the things we want to correct in other people. I think all of us, me included, have a tendency to notice what other people do that irritate us, annoy us, frustrate us. And then because we notice it, we preferentially talk about it, which leads us down a negative path towards working with other people. And I'm going to suggest an alternative. While it's easy to go negative and sometimes a bit tempting to go there, I'm going to suggest that trying to stay on the positive side of communication, being open, optimistic, encouraging towards others, in the long run is likely to have better impact and better leadership success than being negative. And so if that's true, then feeling gratitude, expressing gratitude, developing the habit of gratitude can help you from a mindset perspective and a focus perspective be more successful in talking like a leader. The positive emotions you feel and express towards others will not only show in your words, they'll also show in your tone. They'll show in your body language. They'll show just in the casual way you interact with others. And this casual interaction with others coming from a grateful heart or a grateful spirit or a grateful mind is likely to build relationships, build productive, positive working relationships with others so that in those moments when you do have to confront something negative, you have a reserve bank of positive emotions and positive experiences that you can draw on for that momentary or periodic negative thing you have to address. So let's talk for a minute. And this Thanksgiving week here in the United States, as gratitude and Thanksgiving tends to rise to the surface in our thinking, what can we do to consciously develop the attitude or perspective of gratitude so that it affects the way we look at other people. It gives us the positive psychological and physiological benefits personally, and also builds relationships in a positive way. What can we do? What actions can we take? Steps can we consciously do that will help us grow our attitude of gratitude? Well, one thing you can do is just focus on looking for things to be thankful or grateful for. I've moved to South Carolina just almost 2 years ago now, and we have a screened-in porch in our backyard, a screened-in porch in the back of our house. At the back of our yard, there's some trees. Well, it's the fall of the year, and here in South Carolina, for many fall days, it's pretty sunny. And the leaves, as they change, make a beautiful display. Well, one of the things that I've practiced doing the last few weeks is just walking on my screened-in porch and standing there and looking at the trees for 5 or 10 minutes and looking for something to be grateful for. I'm grateful for the piece of property we have. I'm grateful for living in a peaceful environment. I'm grateful for having a beautiful backyard. Other things, I'm grateful for great relationships in my life. I have a healthy relationship with my wife, and I have a great relationship with my kids. That doesn't mean we always agree on everything. I would just say the relationships are generally positive, and for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for good health. Yes, I have a sprained ankle and a sore tooth, and I have knees that hurt occasionally, and I have physical ailments. They're minor, though, really. So much in my life that I can be grateful for. And I think for most of us, there are many things we can be grateful for. And it's easy to take those things for granted and miss them. So look for things to be grateful for. And then one thing you can do is keep a gratitude journal or write down the things you're grateful for on a daily basis in some fashion. Some people use a journal. I've heard of people using slips of paper that they drop in a jar, and then they review their journal or their slips of paper once a week or once a month, something like that. For some people, maybe it's posting something you're grateful for to social media so that it's a habit you develop to consciously be thinking of things to be grateful for and documenting it in some way. Other people keep thank you notes around, and they consciously look for opportunities to write thank you notes to other people. And you might not do all of these ideas. These are just some things I'm suggesting that I know I have used parts of in my past. I don't use all of them myself. I do know people who use all of these strategies, though. And so the idea is to make gratitude a focus of how you look at the world, and to practice the discipline or the habit of gratitude so you build the mindset of gratitude. And when you build the mindset of gratitude, I actually think it's going to affect the way you connect, talk with, and interact with others. It's going to drive you to be more positive. It's going to drive you to be more encouraging. It's going to drive you to be more supportive, regardless of your foundational DISC style. You will find your own way to express gratitude towards others. And that positive expression of gratitude, that focus on being thankful or grateful for this person that's in your life, is going to help you build positive, productive teams, have effective communication with others, and I think spill over into many areas of your life. So in this week of Thanksgiving in the United States, when we pause for a few days to be thankful for the wonderful things we have in our lives, I'm going to say I would encourage you to take that focus that is prevalent this week and make it a big part of your life in the year to come. And I believe that if you will practice gratitude, make it a habit, and express it to others, you can talk like a leader. This has been the Talk Like a Leader podcast. You can listen to this show every week wherever you get your podcast. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. I'm Guy Harris, and thanks for listening.